Hello, welcome to another training session. In this session, we are going to cover how to add a photo or picture to your post. So let's start off of the dashboard here. So we've already logged in. We are on the dashboard. From here, we will choose Posts, and we click on the drop-down menu. And in this particular case, we're going to edit a previous post. We can also add a new post if we wish to go that route. But we will start with Edit. Here's our post already sitting here. We have the options now to edit, quick edit, trash, or view. In our case, we are going to edit. And up comes our post. So here's our main editing menu with all the little icons up here for bolding, icon, etc., or italic, etc. So we wish to insert the photograph at the beginning in this particular example. So by clicking where we want, we can click anywhere on the page actually if we wanted to put it in some other individual place, but we are going to put it right at the beginning. So our options now, if we go to the Upload Insert little section here, we can insert and add an image, add video, add audio, or add media. In our case, we are going to add an image. We click on the button, and this brings up the little flash loader. And from here, we have more options. In our particular case, we are going to go from the computer. That's where we're loading our image from. If we knew the URL or the web address of a picture that we wanted, we could go there. The gallery is the pictures that are on this particular post, and I've done this 6 times, you can tell. And the media library is all the pictures that you've uploaded. So each post has its own gallery of pictures, and you have an entire media library. So if you have one particular picture that you use quite often, in many posts you would find it in the media library. This would be something like a logo, for example. So in our case, we're going to select File, which brings up our little system here. And I've already taken the time to go directly to the picture subdirectory, and I have what is called a screenshot that I took earlier today. So we click on Select, and at this point the picture starts to load. Now, depending on the size of the picture, this can take anywhere from just a few seconds up to several minutes to get the whole picture loaded. In our case, it was a medium-sized picture, so it's moving along quite nicely, and we're a little over halfway done now. So we just have to wait a few more moments, and then it will load. The next stage after it's finished loading itself up to the server itself, it'll do what's called crunching. So it just crunches it down into a manageable size for the software package on the other end to deal with. So here we go, the crunching stage right there. And in just a moment, it pops up, and here's our picture, a nice shot of the beach. So we have the file name, we have the file type, in this case it's a PNG, the upload date, the dimensions. We can edit the image at this point if we wanted, which is not something we're going to do at the moment. For the title, now this is what's going to show up on the screen when you hover over, so we will just call it Beach Shot. Since it's a beach shot, we can add alternate text here as well. This particular shot, we could add where the picture was taken. Let's add this in as well. We can add a caption if we like. We're just going to call this beach. You don't have to fill out any of this information, so this is all just an example at this point. You can even include an extended description if you like. The next point, we have the link URL, which is where the picture is actually located. We come down to this where we've got alignment, so where the picture is aligned with the paragraph, either none, so it's free floating, left, center, or right. And finally the size. Thumbnail, which is a smaller 150 by 150 pixel. You can see our original dimensions of 1554, so it'll shrink it down considerably. Medium, which is a little bit bigger, and it's typically the size that I use. And then we have large and full size. So I'm going to insert into post. And here we go. We have it inserted into post. You can see the little caption where I put beach there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to update the post, so just off to the side here, much like adding a new post. When you're finished, you update it. So here we go. And there we are, updated. So next stage, let's go view the post. There we are. We have the post in our picture, and when I hover over top of it, it says beach shot, which is what we typed in for the title before. There is the caption, which is just below it, and looks not bad. Works in this particular instance, but we can do a little bit more to it. If we back up just a stage here, the next process we'll do, we can click on the picture in the post, and we'll see 2 little icons showing up. We've got edit image, and we've got delete image. In our case, we want to edit the image. So I'm going to click on edit image, And here it pops up. One thing I noticed when I looked at it, it seemed like the picture was just a little bit big for the text, so I'm going to shrink it down to 80%. Next stage, we have the alignment, and if you watch in the picture above here, we can see it's currently at left. We can switch it to none, which just leaves it right at the top. Center, centered in the middle of the post, or right, which is with the text wrapping around it on the right side. I'm going to put it back to the left. I am going to edit the image caption and take that out. And once again, we still have the link. So there's the first stage, but the next stage, which is located under Advanced Settings, is where it gets interesting. So away we go to Advanced Settings. So we still have some of the basic information, styles, etc. And what I want to get down to is the border. So what we can do, we can add a border to the picture. So we type in a number to the box, and I'm going to start with 2, and I type in 2, and we have to click in the new space, and suddenly you can see the small border shows up around there. If we go back down, we decided that the border was a little too small. We wanted something a little more effective. We type in another number and click outside the box, and suddenly it's a much thicker border. Makes a little more dramatic effect. And if we want to go right to the edge, so to speak, we can make it even bigger. And in this case, you can see how nice and thick and dramatic that looks. It may not work for every picture, but in this particular example, we'll run it like this. The next two important stages are vertical space and horizontal space. So the vertical space, I like to add 10 in all the time. So from there, we click, and we click into the next open space, and you can see how it added space above and below. And we're going to do the same thing for the horizontal spacing. And click in there and click outside of the box, and you can see how it moved, and we have a nice little spacing around everything at the moment. So we've got a couple other options here down at the bottom for advanced link settings, title, CSS class, styles, target. So if you wanted to, you could add a link in here. So if somebody clicked on a picture, it would take them to another link somewhere else. We're not going to do that at that stage. It's a little bit more advanced. So we're going to update. And here we go. We're back. We've got our picture. We're going to update the post one more time. And we should be able to go view our post again. And here we go. We've changed it up yet again. We've got the nice thick border around it. You've got the spacing around it. And there is an example of how you simply add a picture into your post. I hope you enjoyed it.